here we are. More. Hopefully, very sloppy magic on the way. By all means, if you're seeing this and you watch any of these, feel free to find misplays and put them in the comments. I want that. I need that. I will add to the counter that is on this side of the screen when I find the appropriate things, and I'll give those people credit if they find something egregious that I, for whatever reason, missed. With that being said, I've had one person say something, and Jonathan, you need to elaborate. Based on what you typed, I don't see any misplays, but I want to know what you're thinking. So by all means, elaborate later in my second video, that is, with the emergency powers and the tokens and stuff like that. I want to know precisely where it was and what it was so I can add it to the tracker and be like, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because right now I don't think you do. But I know you do, but you get it. Anyway, this next one, the file is named Sloppy Magic. So hopefully we get some misplays here.
Let's check it out.
This one was called Sloppy Magic as a file name. Apparently I'm using my version of Tezzeret. Tezzeret is a name that's given to a lot of different archetypes, but it revolves around Tezzeret and his miscellaneous different Planeswalker cards. But this one is designed, from what I remember, to create a bunch of food and then burn people out with his +2 ability. And just drain them and you gain life. You get it. Get a bunch of food, which are artifacts, and you use his affinity for artifacts to cast your creatures. You get it. That was my whole big brain plan. And yes, Oko, Thief of Crowns, is in this deck because this was the standard deck during that little bit of time where he was legal. So, and he did a lot during that time, but I used him for what I can perceive as non-evil purposes. So, let's cast him. Why don't we? Let's make some of that food. That's why we're here. No misplays yet. When you have 3 land and Oko, you cast Oko, alright? That's just what... And it's not like I could do much else. I can ramp with Beanstalk Giant, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to get aggro. That doesn't sound like me at all. Oh, David. I don't think that's a misplay. I mean, what this series is kind of like, you take me, who's not a Spike, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess we could elaborate. But before I elaborate, I'm going to give you very little direction here. I'm not a Spike, but this series kind of wants to view my you know, Johnny and Timmy things and putting them through a Spike lens with misplays and stuff. So, yeah, I just... Anyway, ooh, Rhythm of the Wild, nice. Yeah, to those who don't know, basically...
Here we go!
To sum it up real quick, there are 3 types of Magic players that I'll be referencing. The first of which is Timmy. Timmy likes big creatures. Timmy likes big effects. Timmy likes huge things. Timmy's a lot like your mom. A lot of the allure to Magic, to newer players, are what Timmy likes. So often, the starting point to most Magic players feels like a Timmy, but you evolve as you learn the complexities of the game. But unlike your mom, a Timmy isn't necessarily a new player. You could have players who play a long time and still love their 8/8s for 6, and love turning creatures sideways, and love casting ridiculous spells that only get them partially of the way there just because they can. Next up is Johnny. Johnny is the combo player. The player who likes to be interesting and uses decks as a means of self-expression and a means to manipulate the game more so than winning. But if they're going to win, they want to win in an interesting way. A majority of me is a Johnny. though my Timmy comes out every now and then. Most of the decks that I will be doing in this series are not meta and are often kind of wishful thinking. That's where my Johnny part comes in. And lastly, we have Spike, the most competitive of the profiles. They want to win and they don't care how they do it. A lot of times, they're going to lean on efficiency and just worry about getting the W any way possible. And through this Spike lens is how we are viewing all of my misplays in these terrible arena games that I am playing. Okay, we got a lot of mana. We're feeling pretty good over here. Oko's got 9 loyalty. Woot. The person I'm playing, that's major mid-range. Major mid-rangey. Wow. They're running gates though, so I don't. What are they? I wonder if they're running like traditional gates or they have like little interesting version of it. I don't know. I apparently don't want to cast anything. Maybe I want to draw 2 cards with the Wishing Well. You know, that might be it. That might be what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to draw 2 cards with the Wishing Well. Oh, yes. It's the Great Breaker Ram. MFer. Oh, they got the hastes. They got the hastes. Oh, man. Man. Oh, well, they're really giving it to Oko. Now, which one should I hit? You know, there's a lot of recursion with the Colossus, so I guess that might be the way to go. The Gatebreaker Ram, you don't get as much back with the Gatebreaker Ram. Seems fair. Though, what they have in their hand, like what could they possibly have in their hand? More Colossi? Huh. Yeah, you know what? You know what, guys? You know what? Let's go back. Let's go back. I haven't done rewinds much, but let's. They're attacking, right? See Sloppy Magic? Yeah, you see the name. So, what we got here is I'm going to do a Murderous Rider. I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I didn't have enough to crack the Wishing Well. Okay. All right, just wanted to make sure. All right. Jeez. Yeah, man, how did I beat this deck? Look at all the value they have. God, they're just... I mean, it might be good to attack with a 3/3, right? Because you get it back when you play a gate. Interesting, a food token, huh? Interesting. Huh. You know, I guess I do have the food out there to block. But I gotta know that they're gonna be throwing more huge creatures at me, right? Alright. Gain your life there, champion. And haste on that angel. They're going face. You know, I kind of get it, I guess. Paying the life, going down to 6. Okay. Throwing out the blockers. Create a food token. Okay. Not bad sequencing. Not bad sequencing. And we have Brazen Borrower. We have Brazen Borrower in our hand. We have Petty Theft in our hand. Gonna Gates Ablaze. What's going on here? Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright. Bounce it. Alright, I haven't sensed any badness here so far in this game. I feel like my sequencing has been just fine. It's felt pretty good. It seems as if Magic Arena is being bad and should feel bad here. Because it's not like I'm going to be countering this with anything. Are we frozen? Is someone going to rope? Who knows? And now their rope is going down for no reason. Maybe they haven't made the choice of the riot. I don't know what's going on here, guys. This was a wild time years ago. I gave them the good game. Because, like, oh, at the last minute. I think they might have been roping me on purpose. They could have been roping me on purpose. Interesting. Yep, I could have been, that could have been on purpose roping. Which happens, guys. It happens. Lucky Clover. I missed that card. I understand why they did what they did, but I miss Lucky Clover. You know what? Alright, maybe that wasn't a misplay. I thought maybe throw down the Brazen Borrower or something. But you know what? It actually makes sense to play Mr. Brazen. That a boy with a Highway Crosses? It makes sense to hold on to the Brazen dude. I mean, now he can block at least 3 of this 6 Frample, right? Oh, damn. You can cast that? Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Couldn't they have cast? Oh, it goes to the top of their library. Okay. Woof. I mean, I don't need to block here, do I? And I would only block one of the Frample because it's a 3/1 the Brazen Borrower is. And why didn't I cast the Brazen Borrower there? The sequencing here is terrible. Oh, the sequencing. Oh. Alright, we got a few more. I'm not pleased with the sequencing. Lame. I get to draw 2. Oh. I guess I do have a Tezzerator in my hand. I have the win in my hand for all intents and purposes. If you're wondering out there why my Tezzeret only costs a black and a blue, it's because planeswalkers and creatures I control in my hand, I believe in my hand, have, holy shit, 16. They have the win. They have the win, guys. They have the win. They had the win. They still have the win. They did. That's why it's sloppy. They had the win. Rip. Oh, F's in chat. Oh man, that I didn't cost myself the game there, so like, wow. Yeah, my poor opponent there. Good lord.